Welcome to our channel. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe.
Scooby-Doo and the Werewolf. There was lots of excitement at Shaggy's house. An exchange student from Romania was coming to stay with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. They didn't know anything about Romania, so Velma brought over some books for them to read. "Zoinks!" cried Shaggy after Velma left. "That's a lot of books. I've got a better idea, Scoob. Let's rent a film about Romania instead." "Rah, rah," Scooby agreed, licking his chops and settling down in front of the television with a box of Scooby snacks. The movie told the story of a young man from Romania who was cursed by a gypsy. Every time the full moon rose, he would turn into a werewolf. The next day, the Mystery Inc. gang went to the airport to pick up Andre, the Romanian exchange student. Shaggy and Scooby were a little nervous about Andre staying with them. After all, Romania was where werewolves came from. When Andre got off the plane, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy turned cold with fear. "Gee whiz, Scooby," Shaggy gulped. "Look how hairy Andre is." "Rare," Scooby shivered. "Rary, like a werewolf." Shaggy and Scooby worried all day long. What would happen after sunset, when the moon came out? It was a full moon tonight. After Andre said goodnight and headed toward his bedroom, Shaggy and Scooby found animal hairs all over the house. "Yikes!" they screamed, just loud enough for Andre to poke his head back out of his room. Scooby and Shaggy couldn't sleep, not when a werewolf might be staying in their house. They kept guard until midnight. Then they heard someone open and close the front door. It was Andre. He'd sneaked outside in the middle of the night. Scooby and Shaggy were terrified. They wanted to trust Andre, but they had to find out if he was a werewolf. So they quietly followed him into the night, and they saw him. "Zoinks! He's howling at the moon, Scoob!" Shaggy whispered. "And he's all hairy!" "Ruh-roh!" Scooby was about to faint. Scooby and Shaggy raced back home and hid under Shaggy's bed. They couldn't sleep a wink. Had Andre really turned into a werewolf? Scooby and Shaggy knew they had to find out for sure. First thing in the morning, they went to an old bookstore. Way in the back were all the books about monsters, with lots of information on werewolves, including how to tell if someone is a werewolf. One book said that werewolves are driven away by a plant called wolfsbane. Luckily, there was a shop in town that sold wolfsbane. Scooby and Shaggy took the wolfsbane home and showed it to Andre. Andre quickly left the room. Another book said that werewolves didn't like things made of silver, so Shaggy grabbed a silver spoon from the kitchen and waited outside for Andre to return from a walk. When Andre wasn't expecting it, Shaggy and Scooby jumped out from the bushes and held up the spoon right in front of Andre's face. Sure enough, Andre turned away. Now they were certain that Andre was a werewolf. Shaggy and Scooby needed to warn their friends. They knew Velma and Daphne would be over at Fred's house and headed there in a panic. They had a funny feeling they were being followed. Was it Andre? "Run, Scoob!" Shaggy cried. "If Andre bites us, we'll be turned into werewolves too!" Scooby and Shaggy dashed through the baseball field and vacant lots, through the park, and into back alleys. They were certain Andre was right behind them and gaining on them. Just when they thought they couldn't take another step, Shaggy pulled Scooby behind some trash cans. The creature behind them passed by without noticing them. Zoinks, that was close, Shaggy panted. Come on, Scoob, let's go to Fred's. Relp, Werewolf, Scooby cried as he and Shaggy charged into Fred's house. Like, you've got to help us, Shaggy hollered. The werewolf might be right outside. Jinkies, what are you guys talking about? Velma frowned. There's no such thing as werewolves. Just then, Andre walked out of the restroom. Like, it's him! Shaggy shrieked. He's the werewolf! We invited Andre over for a nice dinner. Not to be called a werewolf, Daphne said. Oh yeah, Shaggy said. If he's not a werewolf, then why did he turn furry and howl at the moon? Why did he leave hairs all over our house? And why did he run away when we brought out Wolfsbane and Silver? Huh? Rare! Scooby scowled suspiciously. I am so sorry, Andre said shyly. My fur coat is getting very old. I am afraid it sheds. I howled at the moon because I was so very happy to be spending time in America, Andre explained. But I do not understand your customs here. Why did you wave weeds in my face? I am very allergic. And why did you use that spoon to reflect sunlight at me? It really hurt my eyes. Like, because, you're a werewolf, Shaggy said timidly. Sorry, Andre. Like Scooby and I feel like first-class dunces, Shaggy sighed. Right, Scoob? Scooby agreed. It is funny you thought I was a werewolf, Andre smiled. Yet you never asked which part of Romania I am from. I am from Transylvania, Andre declared. Home of the vampire. For a second, Shaggy and Scooby were scared stiff. Then they heard their friends laughing, and they knew Andre was just kidding. Soon everyone was laughing, cheering, and giving Andre a proper welcome. Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Thank you for watching our videos. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe. Here are some videos we thought you might like.